everyone, it's me, Andrea Panzica, aka Miss Andrea. I'm a teaching artist with KidSmart, and I'm back with another Art Apart video. Today we're going to talk about negative space. What does that mean? Well, negative space is the space in between objects. So, for example, here we have a rectangle and a diamond. So this is sort of like our main object. It's white, the color of the paper used to make it. But we see some other shapes in here, don't we? I see some triangles and also a diamond inside. So these are our negative spaces inside our work of art. They change color depending on what's behind them. One way that we can use negative space in art is to make a stencil. And that's what we're going to do today. For this, you will need 2 sheets of paper, scissors, and something to color with. We only have 2 steps today. Our first step is to cut into one of our pieces of paper. What I did here, I folded the paper once and twice and cut so that I had a symmetrical object. So symmetry is when it's the same on both sides or on multiple sides. I'm going to take my first sheet of paper, fold it in half, and now I'm going to cut. Usually I speed up my videos so it doesn't take too long, but this is the actual speed that I'm cutting. Notice I'm taking my time and cutting slowly. And now I have 2 stencils. Once we've cut out our stencil, we're going to want to color. Let's take a look. So I'm going to take one stencil and take a piece of paper. I'm really making sure that they're lined up, and I'm really holding it down with my left hand as my right hand is coloring. I've decided to use several different colors for this. You could use just one if you wanted, totally your call. Now notice the point of the heart. I've kind of had to adjust my coloring and just go one way. And I noticed I missed a couple spots. Now I'm continuing to color. I want to try to get the blue sections lined up, so I added a little more. And I'm carefully turning it around, lining it up, and then holding it with my hand, my supporting hand. And let's see what it looks like. Pretty cool. Now let's try the other stencil. Here I'm going to color a little bit back and forth so that the area in the middle will be our negative space. Notice how I'm readjusting the stencil if it gets moved while I'm working. Notice also how I'm changing the position of my hands as I move to color different parts of the heart. As I add my final color, notice the Mardi Gras color scheme. Watch how I keep moving my hands to get in a good position to color, while also aligning the stencil and pressing and holding it down. There you have it, 2 different works of art from 2 stencils and 1 cut of paper. Here I am reusing my stencil to create an entirely different design. I've used an index card for my stencil, so it's a little bit sturdier than a regular piece of computer paper. You might find that coloring back and forth is, it might damage your stencil, so you could just kind of go one way from the stencil to the paper. If you look really closely, you can see that I'm lifting my marker and putting it on the stencil and then pulling down onto the paper. It's funny too because if you use an index card, you might worry about your marker because it's so sturdy and strong. You don't want to damage your marker from going back and forth. And there you have it. That was our activity. I thought it was pretty cool, especially how we could use our stencil many, many times. I hope you had fun today. I know I did. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.